Did you know every year, on the anniversary of Anne Boleyn's execution, fresh roses are delivered to her grave inside the Tower of London? Anne Boleyn was executed on the 19th of May, 1536, after being accused of adultery, incest, and treason, charges that many historians today believe were politically motivated. Unlike most Tudor executions, Henry VIII ordered a skilled French swordsman from Calais to carry out the sentence with a sword rather than an axe. After her death, Anne's body was placed in a simple wooden chest that had originally been made to hold arrows. She was buried beneath the floor of the Chapel of St. Peter at Vincula, inside the Tower of London. There was no grand tomb, no monument. For centuries, visitors could walk through the chapel without even knowing where England's former queen lay. That changed during restoration work in 1876 and 1877. When the chapel floor was lifted, the remains believed to be Anne's were examined and respectfully reburied. A memorial tile was then placed over her resting place, finally marking where she lay. But around that same period, another tradition began. Every year on the 19th of May, a basket of deep red roses arrived at the tower. Attached was a simple card that read, Queen Anne Boleyn, May 19th, 1536. No signature, no explanation. A yeoman warder would collect the flowers and place them on Anne's memorial tile. Year after year, the roses continued to appear through the Victorian era, through 2 world wars. Even as generations of yeoman warders came and went, no one seemed to know who was behind them. The tradition became one of the Tower's mysteries. Then, in the 1990s, former Tower Governor Major General Christopher Tyler decided to investigate, tracing florist records dating back to the 1850s. He eventually discovered that the flowers were being sent by the Boleyn family in Kent. The Boleyns are descendants of Mary Boleyn, Anne's sister. For generations, they had quietly paid for the roses without seeking recognition, asking florists to keep the family's identity private. Some yeoman warders have also believed the flowers may have been funded through an old family bequest, ensuring the tradition would continue long after those who started it had gone. Whatever the exact arrangement, the message has remained the same for well over a century. Nearly 500 years after Anne Boleyn's death, someone is still making sure she is remembered. History is often filled with kings, battles, and grand monuments, but sometimes the most powerful memorial is simply a basket of red roses placed quietly on a chapel floor. And after nearly 5 centuries, Anne Boleyn is still receiving them. Next, watch how Henry VIII fell in love with Anne Boleyn, and why that single relationship changed the course of history. This was history, but strange.